What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of your favorite show in sports. This is Salvas Knows Sports. I am your host, Isaac McCann, and he is your other host all the way in Vermont. I'll let him introduce himself.
Oh, I'm James Salvas on my Triple H shit today.
Yeah, and some teen spirit shit, and you must be living under a fucking rock if you don't know who this is. And I'm not talking about Dwayne Johnson at the Kill Tony roast. But anyways, here
Speaking
we
of
go.
roasts, Kevin Hart just got roasted.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Kevin Hart, wrong midget. But either way, here we go. We got a lot to talk about, and we're going to take this into the world of pro wrestling. We're going to talk about the most uneventful thing first, get it out the way since a lot of you guys listen to us for wrestling. And we're going to go our Backlash review. I'll run down the matches. Salvas will say, he'll react to this because, James, what'd you say about Backlash?
It sucked, and I also said I didn't even really watch. So I see clips when they post it, but I was like, when the WWE does something exciting, I might watch.
And usually I'd be like, James, what the fuck? You're supposed to watch this. But when it's something like Backlash, it's like, I shouldn't have watched it. I'm the
Right?
loser for fucking tuning in
They
and
named it
watching this.
Backlash for a reason because they're getting backlash from it. So I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
good for them.
getting a lot of backlash. So why don't we bring this pay-per-view back and prove everyone right about how bad our company is?
Right.
Okay, so let me start off first. Io Sky and Asuka. I'll start there. It was a fast forward match, but everyone on the internet was saying it was great. I purposely waited an hour later. I was with some friends. We were doing some errands. Me and Chance and Eddie. We went to Burger King 3 times. Not even joking.
Yep.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. By the time we settled, we were an hour behind. Apparently the match was good. I could care less. Asuka retired. Apparently, I mean, she had a good career. I'll give her flowers there.
I mean,
But TKO,
she'll probably be a Hall of Famer.
I'd assume so. Multiple time women's champ, Royal Rumble winner. So she's done
Yeah.
it all. So I mean, good career on her end. The matches I did watch from her for the most part were pretty decent. So it's not like
Mhm.
she was bad.
No, she was a good wrestler.
So yeah. But back to the stuff I actually watched. Trick Williams and Little Yachty versus Sami Zayn. Salvas, I want you to predict what happened.
Um, Well, I'm going to say that Sami Zayn probably won because the company loves him for whatever fucking reason.
Sami Zayn lost, luckily, but they had to pull out every stop in the book to protect him from losing clean. So he
You
pretty
know,
much won.
and this should tell you the state of the WWE when Lil Yachty has to dress up as the fucking gingerbread man from Shrek and come out and whip someone's ass. Like,
And he's more over than Sami Zayn.
and he's more over than Sami Zayn, and people didn't even know who he was until he took his mask off.
And it's like, you got to, you can hate on celebrities all you want, but Little Yachty, he's been doing a good job of showing up every week, even after WrestleMania.
Right.
So he's at least committed to it. So I'll give him and he's entertaining too. I like him as a manager. He's not overstepping his boundaries.
Right. He talks just enough, doesn't picks his times to talk, doesn't do too much in the ring and stuff like that. So, yeah, Lil Yachty's been good.
Yeah, I was
I
pleasantly
think he could have a
surprised.
future in it.
Yeah, and he's a good manager. He's not one of these guys like Travis Scott that's like, oh, I'm a rapper. I can step in the ring and have a match. He's like, okay, listen, I'd get my ass whooped if I stepped in that ring. I'm not going to pretend like I'm Bad Bunny or something. I know my place and I'm good at it. And I'll focus on that place. And that's why we like him. That's why we love him.
Exactly. And I love his music. So,
Yeah, good music, a good manager. Why don't we fuck it, give him the title. Fuck it. Sami Zayn doesn't need that shit.
I mean, fucking A. I'd rather see him than Sami Zayn at this point. At least it's something different.
But yeah, Sami Zayn lost to Trick Williams. Hopefully, this whole gingerbread shit's put to rest. Which, I mean, I guess it's entertaining, but entertainingly bad. Like, not in the way that's like, oh, this is so good,
Right,
I want to
right.
watch.
Like I meant more so like it was cool once.
No, yeah, no. I'm not saying it was cool to see you. I mean, and it was
Right.
entertaining, which is
But
better
I'm
than
saying it's cool one
two-thirds of the
time.
product. Yeah, we don't. Why is the gingerbread coming every fucking week? It's not Chris. It feels Christmas. Maybe I'd understand a little bit. It's like,
Right.
okay, I get it,
But
but
we're in May.
yeah, we're in fucking May. We're far from Christmas. Dress up as a bunny. Do something like that.
Right. Dress up as come out with a freaking sombrero on or something like that when it was around Cinco de
Yeah.
Mayo.
Why didn't Lil Yachty come out with a group of mariachis on a horse? A Pancho Villa. Come on, let's get him out here. Get a
Right.
fucking curly mustache on him.
We'll get that freaking Jamie S band to play like the guy that I send you on Instagram who does all
Yeah.
the Mexican versions of the WWE theme songs
Yeah, like the Joe
or
Hendry
Spanish
one.
versions. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it was a TV match, 13 minutes, longer than the WrestleMania match. It didn't overstay its welcome, so I didn't have a problem with it. Next match, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. What do you think about? Who do you think won this one?
Probably Seth. See, I'm yawning because that's how shitty it was.
I yawned a lot during the show.
Probably Seth.
Again, Salvas, I would have to say 50-50. Seth lost, but it was like every stop in the book to make him not lose clean. So Seth Rollins lost, Braun Breaker won, but Logan Paul and
Good.
Austin Theory got involved. But finally, the Future getting a win here. Well, two times the Future has won so far,
Good.
correct?
Thank God.
Yeah, it's about
I
time.
hate
Tired of
Seth Rollins. You know,
40-year-olds.
and you know that. But
Well, I'm not a fan of his either. He sucks on the mic and steals moves from your favorite wrestler.
right. Well, like I said, he's awful on the mic, and he's a Dollar General Shawn Michaels. Like,
And that's being generous.
right. Shawn Michaels was good on the mic, and he was a great wrestler.
And it'd be one thing if he's like Daniel Bryan that got trained by HBK, but he was literally not trained by HBK.
No, I'm pretty sure
And he
Triple H trained Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and that pedigree he does is shitty. So if I was Triple
It
H,
is
I would be like, no more pedigrees. Maybe
right.
that's why he lost to Braun Breaker because his pedigree fucking sucks.
Right. And if I was HBK, I'd be like, yeah, no more sweet chin music, pal.
Yeah, I would be like, you know what? No more wrestling.
Yeah,
Just
just give it
pat him on
up.
the back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
hang
give
it
it
up.
up.
Go
Let's
be an
go on
analyst.
LinkedIn. Seth Rollins, take a picture in a suit so I can post you on LinkedIn and get you
Right.
some jobs. Hope you went to college.
Yeah,
Only
right.
good thing about Seth Rollins is his Irish wife.
Yeah.
Even she's getting old on the mic.
Not Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Hell, she's a better wrestler than he is.
I mean, yeah, she main evented WrestleMania.
I mean, I'd rather watch Becky Lynch than him.
Yeah. And speaking of I'd rather watch, your favorite wrestler, Salvas, Danhausen, was in a tag team match versus The Miz and Kit Wilson. And guess who his mystery partner was? And it was not your favorite type of donut.
Jelly Roll.
No, it was El Torito.
I haven't heard that name. I haven't heard that name in so long.
It was a midget luchador, and I'm gonna get shit from this by everyone because I'm. This is gonna be one of the clips I post. But I actually like the Danhausen match better than almost half the card. This little midget is good, bro. I've never seen a jacked athletic midget.
El Chorito.
This dude was body slamming the Miz, Kit Wilson. He was doing all the way. He hit Wade Barrett's finisher, the Wasteland.
Yeah, he's like a freaking smaller Rey Mysterio.
It was actually a good, entertaining match, and people are going to be mad about it that I like it. But, dude, when I'm watching Trick Williams and Sami Zayn for the fifth time, I can take a midget giving Kit Wilson an airplane spin.
Right. You know? And Danhausen has some promise.
He's a comedy character, and as long as he's not winning titles, he's harmless.
Right. Exactly. He's
And
kind of like, I hate to say his name because it'll get redacted, but he's kind of like a Matt Riddle, sort of.
yeah, and
Not to the same degree.
he doesn't beat his wife and kids.
Yeah, doesn't beat
But
his
who
wife and
knows?
kids.
Maybe
But
this is where the gimmick goes.
I'm saying like a similar style. You know what I mean? He's a funny character. He's a solid wrestler. Doesn't do too much.
Yeah, and he'll do his backstage stuff, and when he does get in the ring, he's not offensively bad. He's okay.
Right. He's at least watchable.
And he's not. It's not like he's beating guys like Obafemi. He's like beating the Miz. Like
Right.
that's a. You can believe that. Like the guy his stature could beat a guy at the Miz.
Right. But here's another thing I want to talk about. Speaking of the Miz, Mike Mizanin, for those who don't know.
For those
Speaking of
casuals,
Yeah, right. Speaking of the Miz, what the fuck is he doing these days? Why is he still in the business? Like, you're a
still
great
collecting a
wrestler.
check,
You're
James.
you're a great wrestler. You're a bona fide Hall of Famer in this business. Why are you doing the shit you're doing? You're telling me you don't want to go compete for a title again? You're telling me you don't want to, you know, like, I get it. He's there to get a paycheck, but it's like, still, when we were growing up, Isaac, in the early 2010s, The Miz was one of the best wrestlers in the business for like 5 or 6 years. Another criminally underrated wrestler in his prime.
I agree with you. Great on the mic. Got better as he aged in the ring, and he was a great IC champ.
The skull crushing finale.
Him and Dolph Ziggler had a good feud for that IC title, and Miz
They
was
did.
killing it on the mic. Even Miz and Roman Reigns had a good feud when the Miz beat him for the belt, the IC belt. Even
And
his WWE Championship reign, say what you
right,
want, it was entertaining. It might
right,
not have been the best matches, but you were still watching every Monday to watch him get his ass beat.
right. And here's the thing, I'm a big theme song guy. And The Miz had a great theme song. Speaking of
Oh
which, Dolph
yeah,
Ziggler also had a great theme song. And
another
that
guy with
guy,
wasted,
I know you and I have mentioned it a lot. Dolph, if you're listening, uh,
which
we,
he is.
yeah, you know, Dolph, if you're listening, we shout out you all the time. One of the most underrated wrestlers of all time, one of the most underappreciated wrestlers of all time. Dolph Ziggler was extremely talented.
And you know you're good when a name as stupid as Dolph Ziggler doesn't. You don't even think about how dumb the name is because of how good his
No,
career.
he won a world title,
2 world
two
titles.
world titles.
So and multiple IC, multiple tag, multiple US. He won an NXT world title late in his
Right.
career.
I'm pretty sure he won a tag title.
Yeah, so he's done it all.
I mean, Dolph Ziggler, undisputed Hall of Famer for sure. No
Speaking of Hall
question.
of Famers, Costco's sorbet. I'm going to take another bite here. If you're watching, Costco is a sponsor. Sorbet.
Right. Isaac is a big fan of the chicken bake, as am I.
Oh, that's a good sorbet. But yeah, the Miz, the TKO, I guarantee you pays him millions because he does other projects for TKO. Like he does the golf. He has a golf YouTube channel
Right.
funded by TKO. He's a brand ambassador for TKO. So I guess, so I guarantee you, the Miz one day went into creative. He's like, "Why the fuck am I losing to all these jobbers?" And they're like, "All right, here's 2 million. Go fucking golf." And he's like, "All right, where's the midget? I want to wrestle him."
Yeah. I'm sure that's exactly how the conversation with him and Triple H went.
Yeah. So I mean, do I feel bad for him? They just showed his $1 million house that he sold on SmackDown. I do not feel bad for him, but
Right.
again, dang, like he's better. He can still go on the mic. At least put him in like an IC title
Right.
picture.
And like the thing is he's not like a completely awful wrestler anymore.
He's good. He honed his craft.
Like, yeah, he's older, but he's not an awful wrestler.
But anyways, they lost that match. Very entertaining. Next match, I believe this is the final match. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns and Jacob fought too, and I actually did enjoy the match, but the ending to me was dog shit.
And you're a big Jacob Fatu guy.
I love Fatu, and I knew he wasn't going to win, but just they don't do clean finishes, and I don't know. It was just Roman Reigns pretty much won. He cheated. The babyface cheated in the match to beat
To be
Fatu.
fair, this is going to be a hot take, Isaac. Controversial to say potentially, but I think Roman needs to retire.
I mean, I thought before when he won the belt at Mania, I was excited, but just after seeing the repetitiveness with TV and trying to bring the bloodline back, I'm like, maybe there's just nothing for him to do.
Like and it's not a knock on Roman. Not that I've ever been a huge Roman Reigns fan. Like I don't hate him. I can just take him or leave him. But like with Roman, it's just like you said, it's repetitive now. He does the same shit over and over again. And also with that, it's just like Roman's just past his prime. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's just old. And it's like, you know, obviously he's had cancer twice, and I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But, you know, and I'm glad he was able to recover from that and beat that. But it's like, dude, you got to focus on your health.
Yeah, and I mean, it'd be different if they're putting him in good storylines.
Right. They're
It's
not.
like, but if you're trying to rehash it and I don't know, it's just not worth it. And it's like you said, he's better off just starring in movies, being home with his family. I mean, yeah, the
Right.
business will miss him, but just bring him back every SummerSlam or WrestleMania. He doesn't need to be weekly. He doesn't need to be world
You know, or
champ.
have him come out once in a while and just cut a promo or some shit, you know?
The only thing left for Roman Reigns to do bloodline related is fight The Rock. And the way that The Rock has just been distancing himself from WWE the last 2 years, I don't think it's ever going to happen, unfortunately.
The way that he's been distancing himself for the last 10 years
Yeah.
from the
So,
business.
and unfortunately, it would be a good feud, but The Rock's not going to do it. But anyways, yeah, it's stupid finish because Fatu immediately beats the shit out of Roman after he loses. So it's like
Right.
if you had all that energy, why didn't you just fucking kick out?
Right. It
But
just makes
I
it
don't know.
look bad. It just makes it look bad.
It's like so this dude can do all this shit, throw him through tables, like do the fucking Tongan death grip, but
And then he
but
gets
he gets
pinned, and
kicked
then
out.
right after the match beats the shit out of him.
It just doesn't make sense. People, but it was a good match. But I don't know. They're running the feud still, so hopefully Fatu wins the belt and Roman takes a break. But who knows? Knowing them, Fatu's gonna lose in like 2 seconds. Squash, finger poke of doom.
Match comes out. His match will be as long as Santino Morella's Royal Rumble appearance.
Yeah, and they're just gonna bury him.
Right.
But that was Backlash, folks. Pretty mid show. I'd give it a 5 out of 6. The matches were
5 out of
decent, but
6.
or 5 out of 10, decent, almost perfect.
Yeah.
No, 5 out of 10. Matches were good, but like SmackDown or Raw good, if that makes sense. Like, I would not pay to see them, but like if they're on a Raw or SmackDown, I'd be like, James, this fucking SmackDown's kicking ass tonight.
Yeah, right.
So decent show. But to stay in the wrestling realm, there's a guy. Before we switch to basketball, there's a guy I want to talk to you about, James, that both of us are a fan of, that has been left off of television the last 3 weeks, the last 3 Mondays, and we both love this guy. And he was in a prominent feud at WrestleMania, and he won at WrestleMania. And he has Salvas saying, "Hell,
Oh,
hey,
hey,
yeah,
hi.
yeah."
Yeah.
But with recent releases, LA Knight has been left off TV the last 3 weeks. Salvas, are you looking into this? Are you worried, sick? Are you tossing and turning at night thinking of this guy's getting released? Or are they maybe just giving him a little bit of a break because he's a full timer?
Well, here's the thing. I could see WWE releasing him because they're stupid like that. They do that with a lot of their good talent. CM Punk mentioned that a long time ago in one of his promos. You know what I'm talking about. Um, he said the WWE likes to let main event talent walk or main card talent walk. Guys like Chris Jericho, guys like The Big Show, stuff like that. And with that being said, like LA Knight, like if I was LA Knight, I'd be frustrated. You know what I mean? Like you haven't put me on TV for 3 weeks. You haven't given me a belt, and I've been over for 3 years with
Which is
this company,
ridiculous.
which is ridiculous. Like you're literally costing me a chance to be great because you're not pushing me like you should have. What, and I mention this a lot, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but what does Triple H always say as a wrestler? And when he was COO the first time, if you get over with the fans, you'll be over in this business.
And
But you
I
got to
don't know
get
if
over
it's
with the
him.
fans. And I don't know if I've seen a wrestler more over with the fans in a long time than LA Knight.
That hasn't been pushed.
That hasn't been pushed.
Jey
Like
Uso
Cena,
gets
when
a
he was
little
over with
over.
the fans, he was pushed. Hell,
Yeah.
so you're telling me that Jack Swagger can win a world title and we can't give LA Knight a belt of any kind?
And Swagger was never over.
No,
And the only thing over about
it was
Swagger was
just
his
some Kurt
career.
Angle wannabe.
And it's like you give Jey Uso a world title reign, who was, yeah, he got a little over, but compared to LA Knight,
Yeah, cool.
not even
People are going
close.
like this and freaking yeeting and shit like that. Who cares?
Yeah, holy fuck. Why don't you just fucking yeet your way out of Monday Night Raw? And look at Jey Uso now.
The
This little
Usos were only
chubby
good.
Samoan.
Yeah, the Usos were only good as a tag team.
Yeah, and they learned the hard way. The ratings dropped when you got a fucking chubby Samoan yeeting all over the place.
Like LA Knight's actually a talented wrestler and he's very good on the mic.
I'll say this, James. That's going to be the needle mover. If he gets released and I see him on Wednesday nights on AEW, I'm going to be watching AEW.
Me too.
Imagine
And I'll tell you
MJF.
this, but like you can't blame him if they
No.
release him and he goes to AEW, especially because AEW is going to pay him a shitload of money.
And they'll probably push him to the main. Bro, imagine a feud, him and MJF for the belt. The
Dude,
promos on the mic.
the promos would be insane.
Jericho and LA Knight.
Jericho, LA Knight, and MJF triple threat match for the title.
Imagine the promos.
Dude, the promos that Jericho, MJF, and LA Knight would cut would be iconic.
Yeah, that'd be the needle mover. I would start watching immediately.
Me too.
And I know Tony Khan's a fan of wrestling. He'll do the right thing. At least give this guy a mid card belt.
Right. Like their version of like an IC title or something,
And this is my theory. If he doesn't get released, and let's just say he shows up Monday, everything's all fine and dandy. Money in the Bank this year, if he does not win that, then I think he's done. I think that he's never going to be a world champ in WWE, no matter how over he is, because this might
Right.
be the third year in a row where he was the
That they
favorite
cost him.
and he doesn't win, and
Right.
it's just ridiculous.
Right, like you said, if he doesn't win at Money in the Bank, I would go into Triple H's office and tell him to suck it and fucking walk out.
Yeah, I would literally say, "Fucking suck my dick. I'm going to Jacksonville. We're going to AEW, and we're getting this thing over."
Right, and we're gonna get ratings way better than the WWE.
Hell, imagine Edge versus LA Knight.
Right. Imagine Edge, LA Knight, Chris Jericho, and MJF in a fatal four-way match.
Fucking throw MVP and Bobby managing Bobby Lashley in there
I'll throw
too.
Christian in there too. Fuck it.
Yeah, just have 6 of them just talk, and that's the match. Just
That's it.
promo class.
Fuck, it would be more entertaining than most Monday Night Raws and Friday Night SmackDowns. Those guys just talking.
Yeah, I would pay to see that over fucking 10 women's matches on Raw, botching every move, and then Roman Reigns saying "acknowledge me" and getting his ass beat by Fatu. That's how we end
Right.
Raw every week.
Right.
If those are live event shows like that aren't televised, then that's one thing because no one's seeing them but the live
Right.
crowd. But everyone sees it every week. It's the same thing. Like I watch TikTok reactors watch to Raw. That's my way of watching Raw.
Right. LA Knight, you just made the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dummy. Yeah.
dummy, and probably bring that back.
Right. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the wrestling talk today. LA Knights, come on, please win the Money in the Bank. We want you to be successful in the big company, but AEW, I don't know if they keep signing these guys. The big league, it might be a WCW situation where they start creeping
Right.
up behind them, and eventually we get a Monday
Right.
Night War, and we all win. But what's Raw's Monday Night War? Raw War. We're gonna have Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the main event, 10 weeks in a row. Oh, the war!
Right.
But yeah,
Right. And
so
I got to give MJF some credit because we said for a long time that he was going to come to the WWE and he hasn't yet. So I got to give him some credit there. He's been faithful to AEW.
and I like MJF. He's their
I do
biggest
too.
star,
He's
hands
great.
down. He's their biggest. I'll say this biggest homegrown star.
Yes. I mean, he's exceptional on the mic. He's a good wrestler.
And he tells good stories, and he's not afraid to put somebody over. Like maybe that's his
Right.
downfall. Why the fuck is Darby Allin the world
Yeah.
champ? It's
My
like why is the
favorite,
5'2" midget who climbed Mount Everest holding the big gold? He should just
my
stayed on
favorite,
Mount Everest. Be a tour
right.
guide.
My favorite, my favorite MJF clip is when he's walking around in the ring before the show starts and he's talking and he's like, "Shut up, you fucking pieces of shit," or something like that. And he's just like swearing at him. And he's like, "And guess what? We're not live, so I can say whatever the fuck I want, you motherfuckers."
That's why he's the best. And then as soon as the camera's on, everyone's booing him. So that's good heat.
Right.
Speaking of Heat and Miami Heat, we're going to switch to the NBA playoffs. And one of my favorite Miami Heat players, LeBron James,
My
gets
goat.
swept again. I believe it's the third time he swept in his career,
I have a
which,
fat head of
look
him
at
on
it,
my wall back there, guys.
fat head of him. It's the third time he's been swept, I believe, in the playoffs. But, I mean, if you play for 20-something years, it's going to happen. I don't
Right.
really care about him getting swept. But what I do care about is this could be his last potential season. Salvas, do you think this is it for the King? And if not, what are his next moves? And
You
is
know,
Bronny involved?
I would like to think that it's not it for LeBron. Just because he's my all-time favorite athlete. You know, the guy who made me love basketball. I've loved LeBron since I was 4 years old. He's the first guy I ever watched on national television. So, you know, he's literally been a part of basketball literally our entire life. And, my heart isn't ready for him to retire. Obviously, I would understand if he does, but, I don't know. I really don't know. I would like to think that this isn't the last time we see him walk off a court. I would like to think he would want more than that. You know, uh, the thing is, though, is it's been floated that he's going back to Cleveland. I don't think he's going back to Cleveland. I mean, I could see it maybe just for a chance to like, hey, if I go back to Cleveland, I probably have a free ride to the finals at the very least.
Yeah.
But because you got to think you put him on that team with D. Mitch, Harden, and Evan Mobley.
And they're
That's a
doing pretty good.
that's a really good squad.
They're tied with Detroit right now. I think they played tonight.
Yeah, they do. I think. And
So
speaking of friggin' basketball, the New York Knicks, man, they got a hell of a long period to wait. I mean, as Luke Fretzel said, they got to be playing freaking street ball with kids in New York City right
yeah,
now
and I
just to
was
get
talking.
reps in.
And I was talking to a Circle K gas station clerk today, Bruce. If you're watching this, he's a big Knicks fan,
Yep,
and even he was telling me he's like 10 to 12 days. That's scary
it
because
is.
you don't want to come out there and drop game one to either Detroit or Cleveland just because you guys have been fucking yanking it playing Fortnite for 12 days.
Yeah,
And
but I
you
mean,
got to watch Brunson. The little you don't think the little fat man's going to be going to every hot dog stand, every little Mexican
donut
taqueria
shop,
in New York, Chinese shop, eating up.
donut shop.
And he's like, "Oh, don't worry." He's like, "Well, we have practice tomorrow. I can eat this." And he's slow and sluggish, and he's just heaving half court threes up.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not. I mean, it is the Knicks' fault, but it's not because, like, at the end of the day, you're trying to win games, and in the
Yeah.
playoffs, you want to win every time you step on the floor. So them sweeping the Sixers, like, obviously that's the goal. Like, you want to win every time you step on the court. So you can't really be mad at them for that.
Which we were dead wrong because we predicted last week this is going to be a decent series.
I thought it was going to be.
I thought the Sixers. I'm not even lying.
I
I thought
thought it
the
was going to
Sixers
go
might
six
win.
games. I thought it was going to go 6 games. I really did. I thought the
Well,
Knicks
that's
were
why
going to
people
win,
love
but I thought it
listening
would
to
go
us.
6 games.
They love hearing us because if we're wrong, we'll say it. We are not shy to say, "Hey, we were fucking dead
Right.
off on the."
Speaking of being wrong, I was dead wrong about the Lakers Thunder series. Holy shit.
I said that Lakers are going to sweep or not sweep them. I said the Lakers are going to win.
Yeah, we couldn't have
They
been
didn't even
more
win a
wrong about
fucking
that.
game. Yeah, I think LeBron watched this and put all the money on fucking Thunder over.
You could bet on Shea Gilgeous Alexander free throw attempts.
But yeah, I partially blame Luca too for being fat. No, but the Lakers are done. I think LeBron should leave LA. But the thing with LeBron is, which I don't know if he's going to do, you go to a different team, you got to take a pay cut, especially if you want to
Right.
win. You're not LeBron from even 4 years ago to where you could demand some sort of money and get it because you're LeBron and you're the
Right.
GOAT. Still, he's obviously still a top 10 player in the league. I don't
Right.
know how he's going to be next year. He could be falling out of the top 10.
He could be averaging 15 a game next
Yeah,
year.
and if you really want to win, you'll take that pay cut and you'll get a couple more shooters, especially if he goes to Cleveland.
Hmm.
Get two more shooters to come with you, and you guys, best team in the East.
Get that fat idiot Harden off their roster and
And LeBron's going to have to go to Area 51 for the finals and play a tall alien in San Antonio.
right, right.
And
Speaking of San
Bronny, send Bronny
Antonio,
to Cleveland. Let Bronny come home, see his old friends from elementary.
right. Speaking of San Antonio,
Yeah, the Spurs, man. I hope they win it all.
they play tonight.
And I like Wemby's kind of, and this is going to sound crazy, he's kind of a throwback. And I mean throwback in the sense that this dude has that tough nosed mindset that players from the 90s used to have. He's
Right,
not afraid to mix it up. I mean, his
right.
game obviously is
Like
revolutionary.
he has a tough nosed mindset. He's just not strong enough to play like that.
And hence why he's getting banged up and hurt. But I
Right.
respect him for trying.
I do too. At least he's trying to be more, at least he's trying to be physical and play like a big used to play.
He said, Nas Reed, get your bitch ass off of me.
Right.
He said, what'd you say about croissants? Ugh.
You're out of here.
He looked like Ron Artest when he elbowed James Harden.
He did.
I
Or
like
it's like
that.
that. It's like that scene when Quincy Acey got that put back dunk and then he elbowed the guy. He was like,
Yeah.
and he elbowed him.
But to me,
Quincy Acey, shout out.
yeah, he had the loudest 6 points a game you ever heard.
People don't understand. People don't appreciate Quincy Acey.
But the thing with Wemby is, like, you can tell he's young because that's not something you do in the playoffs. If this is regular season and you want to establish yourself, especially against these guys, maybe the first time you meet,
Right.
you take an ejection and do that. But I mean, Anthony Edwards, you can't have him hanging around. You can't have
Right.
Randall hanging around. You got to take care of business, which
Right.
they did win their last game, and hopefully they can close it out tonight.
Right.
But we'll see what happens. But especially a young
And
Spurs
in
team,
Minnesota too.
it's going to be hard. There might be some Somalians in attendance too, so that might throw Wemby off.
Right.
Might be some daycares there.
Yeah.
But, no, I don't know.
Wemby
I
won't
hope
know.
Wemby.
Wemby won't know what the hell to think.
Yeah, I hope Wemby wins. But I mean, I would love to see a Game 7 of this series. It's been competitive.
Kong wins. Kong wins.
Kong wins. Kong wins.
That'll be like
It's Michael Jordan's son tonight.
and a parade has flooded the streets of downtown San Antonio.
Dude, I hope the Spurs and Knicks. I think that'd be a great series.
It would be. Wemby, San
For the final.
Antonio's favorite son.
Dude, do you see the Wizards got the first pick?
Yeah.
They might be a playoff team if Davis and Trey Young stay healthy, and they
Yeah,
get
like
the
a
dude, the AJ dude from BYU.
DeBansta. Yeah.
That could be a scary, low key, scary East 5-4 seed team.
Right. Like if the Wizards well, it's all going to depend on if Trey Young and Anthony Davis decide they feel like playing basketball or not. But
And if Sarr is decent.
yeah, Sarr had a decent year this year, better than last year, which is what you like to see. Progression.
Yeah, better than that number one bullshit pick the Hawks made.
Yeah, freaking Zachary Ricochet. That guy sucks.
Shit.
Yeah,
Call him
Reese shit. Yeah, Reese
Sounds like
shit.
Ricochet. I would rather have Ricochet running around the court.
Right. Another
Getting
Ricochet.
splashes.
Zachary Ricochet. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he's fucking horrible. I knew the draft class was so bad when fucking Patrick Starr and Ricochet were getting drafted first two
Right.
overall.
And neither of them were the best player in that draft
Not
because the
even
Spurs
close.
drafted freaking Stephon Castle, who's actually good.
Which has been a good pick. And De'Aaron
Right, like
Fox, that was
Stephon
a good
Castle's
trade.
actually good.
It was a good thing they got Fox to kind of mentor him too.
Right, like Castle's. I think Castle's going to be like he's already good, but I think he's going to be pretty good.
And he plays that old school Spurs system ball where it's like this dude can score all he wants, but he's also going to follow a set of rules that they have in place for the system
Right,
and win.
and it's like he's going to go score. Like he could go score as much as he wants, but he's also going to go clamp down on defense, like Manu and Tony Parker.
I really hope the Spurs somehow get a high pick next year or something, and they get another big, so then they could have like Duncan and Robinson.
Right.
That'd be so
And they
sick to
trade,
see.
and they trade, and they trade Wemby. They trade him. their
What be
GM,
traded for Trey Young and
their,
Ricochet?
their GM gets fired on site.
Bro, imagine a GM just was like fucking tired of his job and just trades Wemby for like a second round pick.
Yeah,
Just
imagine a
to
GM.
troll.
Imagine a GM's on like a championship contending team, and he just trades everybody, all their stars, for
Starts
like bottom,
retargeting.
for like 11th, 12th guys on rosters, just friggin' a bunch of bums.
He's a oopsie poopsie trade.
They fire him.
Wemby for Kuzma.
He does like a blockbuster trade, trades like all 5 stars in one trade.
Dude, that'd be fucking yeah. Imagine the dude's so mad at the owners. He's like, "Fuck you guys! I'm gonna trade every good player for a second round pick,
Right.
bro." But yeah, I don't know. The Hawks could be a decent team, but I don't know. Wemby this year, I want him to win it this year. But it would also be cool if the Knicks won it, just because they haven't won that shit in so long.
They haven't won since I think 1972.
Yeah, and the Bruce dude was pretty old. I think he was like 60s. He told me he said this is the best Knicks team I've ever seen.
Well, I
And
mean, I'm not. I mean, I couldn't see it. Like obviously we didn't see him back in the 70s, so I couldn't tell you. But I just don't think so.
yeah, I mean his reasoning
I just
makes
don't
sense.
think these guys are better than Willis Reed and Walt Frazier and yeah,
Yeah, Walt or Willis Reed would have ate Cat alive.
he would have. He would have eaten cat for. He ate guys like cat for breakfast.
Damn, I had a good Asian joke, but we're not trying to get the show thrown off the air. Anyways, I'll let you guys try to piece that together. Why don't you comment what Asian joke I was trying to make in the comments down below, and I'll tell you it's wrong because we're not getting thrown off the air.
Best comment gets pinned.
Yeah, best comments gets pinned by LA Knight. No, but
Right.
yeah, the Knicks, a good team. I like the way they play, man. They're scrappy, but they're also skilled.
They
And they
are.
got guys that can get two-way guys like Hananobi and Bridges. I really like that also.
Yep.
Who and they're the X factor for the Knicks. If one of them is having a good game, then they're hard to beat because you got Cat who's going to do his thing, flop around, act zesty, get his nails done. And then
Right.
you got the midget fat Brunson posting up other guards, shooting weird floaters. He'll
You're
turn
right.
it.
But the thing about Cat is, yeah, he's zesty, and people can say what they want, but Cat's actually good.
He's skilled. He can shoot the heck out of the ball. Has good moves.
He
Decent
can.
rim protector.
Right. And the thing is like, Cat was a multi-time All-Star in Minnesota for a reason. Like, he's a good player. I
Yeah.
personally don't think the Knicks use him right.
Yeah.
Like, I think Cat should be a bigger part of their offense because Cat could easily score 20 plus a game.
But
They just
maybe
don't
this though.
they
Maybe
just
he
don't use
doesn't
him
need
right.
to. Maybe they don't need him to do that though, because it seems to be
Right. I mean,
working. Whatever
hey,
he's
if they're
doing.
winning hey, they're winning games, and if they make it to the finals and hell, maybe even win it all, who are we to say?
Look at your boy who you partied with and played with a lot in high school, LeBron.
Right.
He had Kevin Love join the team. Kevin Love the year before averaged like 28 a game. He came there, went from being a big to averaging 18, 19 a game as a spot up shooter for the most part
Right.
and
A
rebounder.
spot up shooter and rebounder.
And I guarantee you back then, you put him on a team like, I don't know, the Wizards, he could have averaged like 28 and 10.
Yeah, easily.
But he sacrificed and it ended up working out. He got a ring. He added a few more years to his career
Right. He
because
was an
he's
all
not
star
making his
once or
shot.
twice again.
Yeah, I think he was like a 2, 3 time All Star in Cleveland, which
Right.
I think Kevin Love's a Hall of Famer, and I hate how that's a
I do
debate.
too.
He easily is a Hall of Famer to me. Yeah, I don't like how that's a debate.
No question. But to be fair, the Basketball Hall of Fame is such a joke.
Yeah, who
Like,
doesn't get
I
in? I
think
might get in.
I think there needs to be separation. There needs to be the NBA Hall of Fame, and there needs to be like a FIBA thing. All the overseas guys can have their own. They deserve their flowers too. And stuff like that. Great players overseas and things like that. And some of them came over to the NBA and been good. But like, you're telling me Tony Kukoc is a Hall of Famer?
Okay, that's a little more of a debate because I
Right.
actually looked at his stats one time and he did have a few good years where he averaged like 15 to
Right.
20 and he was pivotal for a championship team. But I
Right.
get what you're saying. If it was the NFL Hall of Fame, Kukoc wouldn't even be sniffing
Right.
the gold jacket.
Right. And like, so you're telling me like Vlade Divac's a Hall of Famer? Like, what are we
No.
doing?
Okay, that
Like,
one it's not a debate. That one I can straight up say
you know,
no.
like Vlade Divac is a Hall of Famer in what world? Like,
Yeah.
and people tell me all the time too. Like, I've had a debate about this too, and it bothers me that it's a debate. But Rajon Rondo is a Hall of Famer. I don't care what anybody
There's no
says.
debate.
Rondo is a Hall of Famer. Like, I don't
Only
give a
player to
fuck
win a
what
ring with the Celtics and the Lakers, and he started on both those teams and was pivotal. Without him, the Lakers might not have won.
prime Rondo on the Celtics was disgusting.
Yeah, I like Rondo. Even Rondo on the Kings, that was one of my favorite Rondos when
Like,
he was on the
prime
Kings for that
Celtics
one year.
Rondo was one of the best point guards in the league.
Yeah, easily. He's one of my favorite players of all time. He's mine. And I'm not saying he's the best point guard of all time, but he's my favorite point guard of all time.
Right. He was
Like
kind of
as in someone I like watching.
right. He was kind of Chris Paul esque. He just couldn't score as well.
Yeah, he's like a Chris Paul. He defended a little better, and he couldn't score as well. But I loved how he would lead. He would command the floor. That's what
He
I liked
would.
about him the most. He was so smart. He would command the floor,
Right.
and he could take over games, not even by scoring,
And
just
he
by
was an
pretty much
elite passer.
setting his guys up. Oh yeah, he did some passes. I don't even know how he did.
Right. Like I saw a play. I'll send it to you on Instagram. But I saw a clip the other day, Isaac, of him like he faked a behind the back pass, and the defender was nowhere to found and nowhere to be found, and Rondo went right by him and laid it in. And it's like people don't understand. Like Rondo could have been a scorer if he wanted to be.
And he's shown games where he scored like 28, 30 just to because he
Right.
needed to.
But like he didn't
But
need. But like he didn't need to. Like the Celtics
yeah.
didn't need him to do that. They needed him to go play defense, get steals, and facilitate.
And I loved him on the him and Dwight, bro. Him and Dwight on the Lakers. I loved them and JaVale. Like without those
Right.
three, they would have not won in 2020.
Remember, Rondo hit a game winner on the Celtics when he was on the
Bro,
Lakers.
that team with the 2020 Lakers is one of my favorite teams to watch. They were so good. They
They were
only had
good.
two stars, but they had the perfect balance of vets and role players. And then they
That
had
could just
like
go out and do
Kuzma
their
was a
thing.
young guy. Yeah, and they would just do their thing. Danny Green was good for them for the most part.
Right.
Took out the best player, defended him. Avery Bradley, if you remember him.
Yeah, of course.
But Dwight Howard, man, underrated on the Lakers. Same with Rondo. And like I said, JaVale played his role. JaVale was quietly make fun of him all you want. He had a pretty good NBA career.
He did.
The Warriors, he was a big role on their rings.
Right.
And then the Lakers,
Was Montrezl Harrell on that Lakers team, or did he come a couple years later?
I think he came the year after,
Right. Right.
which they would have won it again, but LeBron got hurt by fucking Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, freaking Solomon Hill.
And then Davis, I think, got hurt in the playoffs, but they easily would have repeated if Solomon Hill never hurt LeBron.
Right, for sure. And I think you can kind of see that's kind of where some of LeBron's injuries have kind of been
Which
from.
is
Like
bad because he
LeBron
could
has
have
even
easily
said,
had 6 rings.
because LeBron has said too, like LeBron has even said no, his ankle's never going to be what it was before that. Like he's like, my ankle's never going to be the same again.
People make fun of him for that, but if you slow it down and watch it, that's like a pretty gruesome injury. Like a 200 something pound man, like
Like
7 foot
rolling
man,
over your ankle.
full body weight, just laying on your ankle, and it,
Like if
yeah,
people could say what they want, that shit was intentional. Like
I
Solomon
think
Hill
so.
had no chance to get the ball.
It's like, bro, I've been to NBA games, sat decently close. They do a lot of shit that like they don't pick up on the TV,
Right.
like
Like
getting
there's a lot
dirty,
of like
pulling
chippiness.
jersey.
Like there's a lot of like dirty shit that the TV doesn't pick up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
guys just, and it's different, when guys are banging with each other in the post and stuff, that's different. That's just good, hard physical basketball. But it's another thing when you're tripping guys and like, you know,
pushing, doing all that, like
elbowing
elbowing off
people and shit
ball.
like that. I'm not going to count the Wemby shit because that was just whatever. But,
It's because we like Wemby.
right. But I
And he did
mean,
it right in front of the ref's face. He said, "Go ahead, fucking inject me, bitch."
right. He's like, you don't have the balls to eject me.
Yeah, I'll do this right here. He pulled out his inner Jackie Moon.
Yeah. Um, but no, it's like, and I'm not even just saying that as a LeBron supporter. Like, it just like I just thought it was a dirty play, and you know there's a difference. Like I said, if he had got a piece of the ball, or like you could clearly see that he could have gotten the ball doing that, then I
Then
understand.
maybe.
But it's like there's a difference between going for the ball and just trying to die, like trying to hurt somebody.
And he was trying to hurt somebody that night.
Yeah, he literally, you could have argued at that point could have cost LeBron his career.
Yeah, and it kind of did if you look at how everything unfolded. Because he
Right.
really never got injured before that year. I mean,
Like nothing like
2018 he got injured for like a few months, but he still
right, but
came
it was
back.
like never anything major.
Yeah. But speaking of major, we're going to wrap up our basketball talk. And before we go, we're going to talk about a league, James, that I have been getting into a lot more
You
recently.
have
A league that you might be on Instagram and you might see a baseball reel getting reposted by Ike Smooth. And
all
we're
the
going to talk
time.
about the Major League Baseball. We're going to talk about my favorite team and the team that's going to win it all. We're talking about the Oakland Athletics. And I don't know, James, something's brewing down there in Sacramento.
Right. Down in Sacktown, they got some over in Sacktown, they got some good young talent. Shea Langoliers, the catcher, he's a great player. Obviously Nick Kurtz, great first baseman,
Yeah.
big power guy. I think he's having a tough year,
Yeah,
but
be careful how you say that name, but yeah, he's good.
I'm trying to think who else on that team is pretty deal.
That
Oh, Brent
the dude in
Rooker.
the outfield. Who's that
Brent
dude? The
Rooker.
outfield. Yeah, the outfield. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Nothing
Brent
number
Rooker.
4. Yeah, the outfielder. This dude is Odell Beckham Jr.ing home runs.
Right. Like Brent Rooker is really a great offensive piece for you guys. They got like the thing with A is they just don't have a lot of pitching.
Yeah, and they're somehow first. That division is so bad that Oakland is still tied for first. And I'm
Right.
calling them Oakland because when you think about the
They're
A's,
Oakland.
you think about the 1980s, you think about the 90s, you think of Jose Canseco, you think
You think
about
of
these
Dennis
dudes.
Eckersley. You think of Mark
Yeah,
McGuire.
you think about these dudes who are roided to the
Ricky
gills.
Henderson.
And that's why I picked them. I'm like, dude, these dudes were jacked and roided up, and everyone loved it. And Lonely Island made a movie about them on Netflix.
They
So
did
I'm
the
like, of
Bash
course I like.
Bros.
So I'm like, of course I like these guys. But dude,
Right.
they've been proving me right this whole year.
You know who hasn't been proving me right? My friggin' Red Sox. Those guys are awful.
Ah, a little spring cleaning in Boston a few weeks ago.
Craig Breslow, worst general manager. Like the Red Sox are the poorest managed, like the poorest ran major market team I've ever seen in my life.
And
The
they
fact
cleaned
that Craig
house.
Breslow is still employed shocks me. But it's because our owner doesn't give a fuck. John
Oh,
Henry's John Henry's 80 something years old. He doesn't care. Like
you,
the
I could have
only
told you that.
time the Red Sox have a chance to ever contend again and spend money and like go out and actually get big pieces is when John Henry dies. Because it's clear he's not going to sell the team, which he needs to do. He gives like he cares more about fucking Liverpool soccer than he does the team he's owned for 30 years that he's won 4 World Series championships with.
You know what that reminds me of, James? A team from another league that has an owner that just does not care, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. Which, unfortunately, just hearing you rant about that, it's like, dude, I've told you the same rant every Sunday for the fall.
Right.
But yeah, I could tell you the Red Sox don't give a fuck, bro. Have you seen their stadium? It's a landmark stadium, but you're telling me I'm gonna sit behind a wall? You haven't fixed that yet?
Fenway's great. So
Come on, bro.
I'm never gonna diss Fenway.
And you know what, James, that is great. You're a Boston fan. You're not going to diss it, but I will. Us guys in Sacramento, and we know shitty stadiums.
You guys have a minor league stadium right now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We know shitty stadiums, and even before that, the
I mean, the
Rangers owned the field.
Coliseum was just awful.
Yeah. There's hookers and crack whores running around, like, and I
Right.
mean that fits the theme of the team. But as a fan, I don't want to see that. But yeah, come on, you got to renovate that thing a little bit. I get it's a landmark, but we can still dust it up a little bit and keep some of the things that made it famous.
Oh, right. I'm not saying it doesn't need work. It definitely needs work, and they have done work to it to make it a little more modernized. But the Green Monster is iconic. That's never leaving.
Can you believe, James, the amount of time that we've been in and out of Boston? I've never been to, even my dad went to a Red Sox game. We
Yeah,
got to change that. We got to go.
right. I'm telling you, Isaac, and this isn't just me being like a Red Sox fan. Like, yeah, Fenway's not the nicest stadium on the planet. I'll be honest. I've been to way nicer stadiums, but I'm just saying, going to Fenway Park and just that environment of just like a nasty group of fans,
Yeah.
just like they're up your ass all the time.
Yeah.
Red Sox fans are on your ass regardless of who you are. Like regardless of how good or bad the Red Sox are, we could be 330 games out of first, and we're gonna sell out. We sell out every game. It's just is it is what it is.
The landmark.
People can say what they want about the Celtics and the Bruins and the Patriots. The Red Sox are Boston's team. We sell out
Yeah.
every single game. Dave Portnoy put it best, and I'm a big Dave Portnoy guy. He said he's like, he's like people, my parents' generation and stuff. And he's like, even now, he's like, you bump into people from New England and stuff, and they always ask, hey, how are the Sox doing this year? Or did the
Yeah.
Sox win today? He's like, it's always the Red Sox, the Red Sox, the Red Sox. People are always asking about the Red Sox.
And yeah, and that's the culture with that stadium. Maybe if I went and saw the environment, I'd be like, you know what? Why don't we make this thing more shitty? Because we love it. We love it how the
We love
fans
it.
are.
Right.
And like I
And
said, you're describing the Ace Stadium. You know, the fans will literally be on your ass because if you bend
right.
over, someone might come behind you and
Right.
do something to you. And they are nasty. They don't shower.
Right. I
Too
mean,
many
I don't
homeless people
approve.
at the A's games.
I mean, I don't approve of this, but Boston fans are notoriously racist, have been known for that from time to time for all sports, not just the Red Sox. But like Adam Jones, who used to play, he was a really good center fielder on the Orioles in the 2010s. He said he'd been called the N word multiple times at Fenway Park.
Which it's like that's what I don't like. And even Kyrie Irving said when he came to Boston, the fans were saying slur. And it's like you can be
Right,
passionate all you want, but there's
right,
there's a line. There's a line to cross.
right. There's a difference between being passionate and being racist and disrespectful.
Yeah, and being a racist prick. Like
Right,
I've never been to a ball game and just thought, okay, I'm gonna be fucking racist because I want to.
right, right. Like I've never
I've
just
never
showed
was
up.
like, okay, I'm going to the Cowboys game just to be racist.
Right, like I've never thought in my head like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Red Sox game and just call this guy the N word.
Yeah, and it's like, how does it even come to that?
Right. And then on top of that, how do you not get ejected for it?
Yeah, that's I think that's the one knock on
I mean,
Boston fans
nowadays you will, like nowadays you would, but like even
back
back
then.
in like 2013ish when it was happening, 2012, like when Adam Jones was playing.
But it's like what was I gonna say? It gives fans like you a bad rep. Like the fans that are just legitimate hardcore Boston sports fans that are good fans that are just support their team. It
Right.
gives them a bad rep because of these fucking jackasses that come over
Right.
here, say all
Like I
these
don't give a
bullshit.
shit. I don't give a shit what ethnicity and shit they are. I just want to see them win games.
Yeah, literally, just win me fucking games, dude. I don't care if you're white, black, Asian, hermaphrodite. I don't even know if
I
that's a
don't care
thing.
if yeah, like I don't care if you're fucking purple, whatever. I just like I just want you to win games. I don't care if you look like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. I just want you to win games. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't care if you're freaking Namekian. Like I just want you to win games.
and win games, and we'll keep an eye on the baseball season now.
Right.
We'll see who's winning and losing.
And I mean,
But
Isaac, I watch every night, and now it sounds like Isaac's watching the A's every day. So,
yeah, every day I don't know because at the end of the day they still are a team full of misfits. But I will
right,
catch an A's game. I will
but
catch a score.
you at least tune in
I
regularly.
tune in a little bit. I watch clips a little bit. I'm privy to them.
Right.
But yeah, they're shocking the world. We'll
The A's
follow
announcer
baseball.
sucks though. She is
Oh,
she is by far one of the worst commentators I've ever heard in my life.
as soon as you said she, I kind of understood
And I don't
understood the
and that's
problem.
not a knock. Like I think there's some very talented female commentators. I just think the A's commentator is horrible.
You know what, James? We need to get you a job as the A's commentator because if I
Hell,
had you,
I'm genuinely convinced I like there is no chance I could do worse. Like there is literally zero chance I could suck
Oakland
worse
A's,
than she does.
you got your team right here. You got your play-by-play guy, and you got your color commentator right here. The ball's
Right.
in your court. Decision's easy. Listen, maybe more people will watch if you got two guys who don't give a
Right.
damn about the A's.
We'll
Just
sell
straight
out.
shoot.
We'll sell out the towns. People will be flooding the streets in Sacramento to come to the A's
Yeah,
games.
people will just have the thing play the commentary on their phone. They won't even know what the game is about.
Right.
But anyways, Salvas, it's about that time. We're gonna wrap
It
up. We
is.
got three hot takes. It was a great show today. When the show is fun, conversation keeps flowing. It's so fun. It's hard to end it.
Right.
But James, I'll give you the ball first. I'll pitch it to you
All right.
since we're talking baseball. Here we go. Hit a home run. Three hot takes. Close us out.
Three hot takes. Knicks win the NBA Finals.
Okay.
Second hot take. A's make the playoffs.
I like that one.
Third hot take. It's another baseball hot take, and I like it. The Pirates make the playoffs.
Oh my God, they haven't been good since McCutcheon. Wasn't that his name?
Yes, but right. But they're in a tight division right now, and let me tell you, Skeens is kind of carrying that team. But they're looking
I'm
good
for
so
it.
far.
fun fact before I get my hot takes: the first MLB game I ever bought was for the PS Vita, and McCutcheon was on the cover.
It was. He was. I think it was like MLB The Show 12 or something like that, or 13.
Yeah, but here we go. 3 hot takes. The Timberwolves get blown out tonight by 50. I don't know why. I just think Wemby's going to close it out with a bang.
Right.
Another hot take: Cleveland Cavaliers make it to the finals.
I don't hate
And
it.
well, they're hot takes here. And the
Right.
last hot take, I'm calling it now. I'm going to go to Vegas. The A's go to the World Series.
All right. Let's relax. But
The A's go to the World Series. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Isaac, I will send you $100 if the A's make it to the World Series.
And I'm putting 100 on Vegas tonight, not even joking. I'm going to waste my money. Let's throw our paycheck in the trash can, and we're putting the house on the A's. I'll put the mortgage on the A's. I'll be living in a box, James.
He'll
I'll be
put
at Oakland
Abe's.
Stadium.
He'll put his dad's mortgage on the A's.
I'll put my dad's mortgage on the A's. I'll put his car. I'll put my car. I don't know. I'll put the whole damn city of Phoenix on there. The A's are Phoenix's team. Fuck the
Right.
Diamondback.
Right.
This is the A's team.
Right.
But
Now move him to
Salvas,
AZ.
hell yeah, fuck it. Throw the Diamondbacks in the minors.
Right.
Let the A's play at Diamondback Stadium.
Right.
But Salvas, it was great, like always.
It
This
was.
week, I'll actually clip it, promote it. Now that we kind of have a good groove going with this new app,
Right.
which I like the audio. The
Me
audio
too.
sounds
The
great.
audio sounds great.
So we'll keep doing this until until I stop penny pinching and get a computer and a headset, and we
Me
can
too.
take this legit mic.
Right.
But Salvas, great episode as always. And yeah, like Troy Dan says, keep your stick on the ice.
Right. Have
All
a good
right,
night.
well, see you guys.
See ya.